My girlfriend posted, "Dating a man who can't afford to spoil you is just friendship." I liked it and commented, "Agreed." Then I sent her an invoice for every dinner, vacation, and rent payment I'd covered for 2 years. Her lawyer called it harassment until I showed receipts that original post. I, 29 male, saw the post at lunch yesterday. My girlfriend Natalie, 27, had posted one of those relationship quotes on her stories. Dating a man who can't afford to spoil you is just friendship with extra steps. We've been together 2 years. Living together for the last 14 months in my condo. She moved in after her roommate situation fell through, and I never asked for rent because, I loved her and wanted to help. I make decent money as a software consultant, about $135,000. She works part-time at a boutique, making maybe $20 a year while building her fashion blog. I've been supporting us almost entirely, never complained, happy to do it while she pursued her dreams. But that post, after everything? Nah. I liked it, then commented, "Agreed. Real relationships require equal investment." She texted me immediately, "Natalie, babe, that's not about you. It's just content for engagement." Me, all good, just agreeing with your perspective. She called 3 times. I was in meetings. By the time I got home, she was pacing the living room. "Derek, why are you being weird about a stupid repost?" "I'm not being weird. You shared your standards for relationships. I respect that. It doesn't mean anything. It's just social media." "Then why post it?" She rolled her eyes. "For my brand. I need engagement for sponsors." "Right, your brand." That night I stayed up creating a spreadsheet, 2 years of receipts, bank statements, Venmo history, credit card bills, everything. The next morning, while she was at her yoga class that I paid for, I sent her an email. Subject line, "Invoice for friendship services per your standards." The breakdown. Rent, $1,850 by 14 months, $25,900. Utilities, internet, 200 by 14 months, equals $2,800. Groceries, 600 month, 24 months, $14,400. Dinners out, $8,750. Itemized list attached. Vacation to Cabo, $4,200. Weekend trip to wine country, $1,800. Her car insurance, 150 by 18 months, $2,700. Yoga membership, 189 by 12 months, $268. Various shopping trips for her blog, $68,818. Per your recent social media post, I understand you view financial support as a requirement for romantic relationships. Since I've been providing this, I assume we've been in a relationship. However, if you'd prefer to reclassify our arrangement as friendship, I'll need compensation for services rendered under false pretenses. Derek also CC'd myself at my work email. For records. Then I went to the office, put my phone on silent, let it marinate. Update 1, holy hell, this exploded in 6 hours, so Natalie completely lost it. I came home to find her and her best friend Melissa camped in the living room like some kind of intervention. "Are you insane?" Natalie screaming before I even closed the door. "Hey Melissa," I said, setting down my laptop bag. "Didn't know we had company." "Derek, what the hell is wrong with you?" Melissa jumped in. "Sending Nat an invoice? That's abusive." "How is it abusive to request payment for services?" Natalie made it clear that financial support equals romance. I've been providing financial support thinking we were romantic. If we're just friends, then I've been scammed. "You're twisting her words." Natalie was crying now. Those practiced tears she does. "It was just a stupid meme that you posted and defended and said represented your brand. You can't charge your girlfriend for living expenses. That's not how relationships work. According to your post, I'm not spoiling you enough anyway. So are we even in a relationship?" Melissa, "This is financial abuse." "No, financial abuse would be taking someone's money while publicly humiliating them about not having enough of it." Oh wait. I pulled up her Instagram. She'd posted 12 more stories since this morning, all about toxic men who weaponize money. And when he shows you who he really is, believe him. And my personal favorite, "Some men think basic support is spoiling, LOL, couldn't be me." Natalie, you've spent all day publicly trashing me while living in my home rent-free, but I'm the toxic one? She switched tactics, grabbed my hands. "Baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. You know I love you, not for your money, for you." "Then you won't mind signing a lease agreement?" Market rate for a room here is about $1,200. I'll give you a deal, $900 a month, utilities included. Her face went pale. You're serious? Dead serious. You want a relationship with financial equity? Let's start fresh. You pay your share, I'll pay mine. I can't afford that. You know I don't make enough. Then maybe don't post about how men who can't spoil you are just friends? Melissa again. This is emotional manipulation. I turned to her. Melissa, don't you still owe Natalie $300 from Coachella? The Coachella I paid for? Maybe sit this one out. She shut up. Then Natalie went nuclear. If you do this, I'll sue you. You can't just charge me retroactively. I'll get a lawyer. Please do. I have 2 years of texts where you acknowledge this is my place, you're staying temporarily, and you're grateful I'm not charging rent. My lawyer would love to see those. She stared at me, then grabbed her phone and started recording. Derek is financially abusing me. He's trying to make me pay $68,000 for being his girlfriend. This is what happens when insecure men. I pulled out my phone and started reading her texts. November 2022. Thank you, baby, for letting me stay without paying. You're literally saving my life. March 2023. Can't wait until my blog takes off so I can spoil you like you spoil me. June 2023. My friends are so jealous that you take care of everything. I'm so lucky. She stopped recording. Here's the kicker. I wasn't even serious about the invoice. I just wanted her to see the hypocrisy. But her reaction? The immediate threats, the social media campaign, the victim playing. That's showing me everything. I gave her 30 days notice to move out, official letter and everything. She hasn't spoken to me since except to post more stories about escaping financial abuse. Her mom called me this morning. We need to talk about that conversation. Update 2. The mom conversation was enlightening. Patricia called at 7 a.m. I was getting ready for work. Derek, we need to discuss this situation with Natalie. Good morning to you too, Patricia. Don't be smart. What's this about you evicting my daughter and sending her a bill? The bill was to make a point about her social media post. The eviction is because we're clearly incompatible. Over a Facebook post? Are you 12? It wasn't Facebook, and it wasn't just the post. It's the pattern. Your daughter thinks relationships are transactional, but only in one direction. There was a pause. Then Patricia sighed. How much has she taken you for? Wait, what? You know? Derek, I love my daughter, but I'm not blind. She did the same thing with Bradley, and Connor before that. Lives rent-free, builds up her brand, then moves on when they want her to contribute. I sat down. You know she does this? Where do you think she learned it? Her father spoiled her rotten before the divorce. Then he remarried and cut her off. She's been chasing that lifestyle ever since. And you're okay with this? I'm not okay with it. I've told her repeatedly to get a real job, but she blocks me when I bring it up, unblocks me when she needs something. So what do you want from me? Give her another chance. She does care about you. You lasted longer than the others. Patricia, she's currently online telling people I'm abusive. She'll delete those once she calms down. That's not the point. She thinks I'm a wallet with legs. Your daughter doesn't want a partner, she wants a sponsor. She's just scared of being poor. After the divorce, Patricia, respectfully, that was over a decade ago. She's had plenty of time to develop job skills. Instead, she's developed manipulation skills. Patricia got quiet. Then, the invoice, was it real? 68,000? Yeah, over 2 years. Jesus Christ. I had no idea it was that much. That's not even counting the designer bags she bought for the blog that she needed me to invest in. Derek, I'm sorry, I really am. I tried raising her better. I believe you. Can you just not kick her out? Give her time to find a place? She has 30 days, that's standard. She won't find anything in 30 days, not in her budget. Then maybe she should get a full-time job, or move back with you. I live in a one-bedroom. That's not my problem anymore, Patricia. She hung up. Meanwhile, Natalie escalated on social media. She started a TikTok series, Escaping Financial Abuse, My Story. Episode 1 got 50K views. She cried about how her narcissist ex, I'm not her ex yet, she still lives here, is charging her for being in love. The comments were split, half calling me trash, half asking why she can't pay her own rent. She blocked everyone who asked about rent. Episode 2 was about recognizing the signs. Apparently, me asking her to contribute $50 toward groceries once 6 months ago was the first red flag. Episode 3 is where she messed up. She showed proof of my abuse, the invoice email. But she didn't crop it properly. You could see my entire breakdown, including the part about the designer bags, and the yoga membership, and Cabo. The comments turned, "Girl, he paid your rent for over a year? $189 a month for yoga? He spent $70K on you and you're the victim? This man paid for your entire life and you're mad?" She deleted the video. But the internet is forever. Someone reposted it on Twitter with, "This is why I'm single," and it went viral. Then last night, around 10 p.m., she tried a different approach. She came to the bedroom in lingerie I bought her for Valentine's Day. "Baby, can we talk?" "We can talk while you're dressed. Don't you find me attractive anymore? Natalie, you've spent 3 days calling me an abuser online. That's not exactly foreplay." She started crying, real tears this time. "I'm scared, okay? I don't know how to be on my own. I've never had to be." "You're 27. That's not my fault." I know I messed up. The post was stupid. I didn't mean it. You meant it enough to defend it, then to attack me when I called you out. I was embarrassed. My followers expect a certain image. Your followers? The 3,000 bots you bought? She flinched. Yeah, I knew about those too. Derek, please, I'll delete everything. I'll get a full-time job. I'll pay rent. Just don't make me leave. The lease agreement is on the kitchen counter, $900 a month, first and last up front. I don't have $1,800. Then you have 27 days to figure it out. She slammed the bedroom door so hard my neighbor texted asking if everything was okay. This morning I woke up to 73 messages from her friends, her mom again, and random Instagram accounts calling me everything from broke boy to financial terrorist. But the best message was from Bradley, her ex, the one Patricia mentioned. "Bro, just saw what's happening. She pulled the same thing with me, called me financially abusive when I asked her to pay for her own Netflix. Stay strong, it gets easier once she's out." He attached screenshots of her doing the exact same TikTok series about him 2 years ago. Same script, same tears, same lingerie attempt. At least I know it's not personal. I'm just the latest season of Natalie Needs a Sponsor. 24 days until she's gone. Final update. It's been 2 weeks since the eviction notice. Natalie moved out 3 days ago. Here's how it ended. First, she tried the legal threat. Some lawyer friend of Melissa's sent me a cease and desist about the invoice, calling it intentional infliction of emotional distress and demanding I pay Natalie $10,000 for reputational damage. My cousin is a lawyer. He laughed for 5 straight minutes, then sent back. My client's request for reimbursement was clearly satirical, as evidenced by the payment plan options available line. However, your client's public defamation campaign constitutes actual reputational harm. Please cease all social media posts regarding my client, or we will pursue appropriate legal remedies. Radio silence after that. Then came the breadcrumbing. She started leaving little things around the condo by accident. Her favorite coffee mug, a hair tie, that expensive face cream I bought her. "Hey, I left my face cream in the bathroom. Can I come get it?" "I'll leave it with the doorman." "Can't we be civil about this?" "This is civil. The doorman has your cream." She started posting old photos of us with captions like, "Missing better days" and "Some people come into your life for a season." Her follower count dropped to 900. Guess the bots expired. Meanwhile, I found out about Connor, ex number 1. Patricia was wrong about the timeline. He didn't just ask her to contribute. He found out she was seeing Bradley while living with him. She was literally double-dipping sponsors. When he kicked her out, she accused him of being controlling and jealous. Bradley reached out again. We had a beer. Turns out there were more victims. There's a whole group chat of dudes she's done this to. 7 guys total. They call themselves Natalie survivors. They had a betting pool on how long I'd last. Bradley won $100. The worst part? She wasn't even good at hiding the pattern. Same restaurants for dates. Same vacation spots. Same lingerie manipulation. She literally had a playbook. Remember the fashion blog she was building? It's had the same 5 posts for 18 months. The last update was before we met. The Instagram was her real job, finding the next sponsor. 3 days before move out, she made one final play. She showed up with her new boyfriend Tom. Some gym bro who clearly peaked in high school. Derek, this is Tom. He's helping me move. Tom tried to do the alpha handshake thing. I just nodded. Cool. Everything needs to be out by 5 p.m. Sunday. Actually, Natalie smirked. Tom's a paralegal. He says I have tenant rights. You can't just evict me. You're not a tenant. You're a guest. No lease, no rent payments, no tenant rights. Tom puffed up. Actually, if she's been here over 30 days, she has, which is why I gave her 30 days notice instead of asking her to leave immediately. Here's the documentation, notarized and perfectly legal. I showed him the paperwork my cousin prepared. Tom deflated. Oh, Natalie's face was priceless. She really thought she found another angle. While they were packing, I heard her telling Tom about how I was intimidated by strong women and couldn't handle her success. Tom loading her third box of designer bags. What kind of success? My social media presence. How much do you make from that? Silence. They were gone in 2 hours. The aftermath has been interesting. She tried spinning it one more time, posted about starting fresh and leaving toxic situations, but nobody was buying it anymore. Her comment sections were brutal. Girl, you haven't had a job in 2 years. Didn't you do this exact same thing to Bradley? Tom, run bro. The Natalie Survivors group chat welcomed me officially. Connor sent a cake to my office that said, "Congratulations on your freedom." My coworkers were confused. I didn't explain. Patricia texted yesterday. Tom's mom just called me. He's already asking questions about the rent situation. I give it 2 weeks. The group chat has a new betting pool. I put $20 on 10 days. Here's what I learned. Some people see relationships as investments, what they put in versus what they get out. But Natalie, she saw them as free trials. Use all the premium features, cancel before they charge you, move to the next service. The invoice wasn't about the money. I make good money, I'll recover. It was about showing her that I saw through the game. That her just a meme post was actually her business model. She wanted to date someone who could spoil her? Cool. But that's not dating. That's an arrangement. And arrangements require contracts, terms, and usually payment for services. My condo's quiet now, peaceful. I got a plant. Named it Financial Independence. Tom lasted 8 days. Connor won the pool. Natalie's already posting inspirational quotes about knowing your worth with selfies from her mom's couch. Her bio now says, entrepreneur, influencer, Phoenix rising. Phoenix from what? The ashes of her sponsorship model? Bradley suggested we make a documentary. The Natalie Method, a cautionary tale. We're joking. Mostly. But if she posts one more thing about escaping financial abuse while simultaneously looking for someone to pay her bills, we might actually do it. The best revenge wasn't the invoice or the eviction or the viral TikTok fail. It was her telling everyone I was cheap while desperately trying to find another man to pay her rent, proving my point better than I ever could. Sometimes the trash takes itself out. You just have to change the locks after. Worth every penny of the $68,808 lesson.